you to move on.
Amen. Amen.
Anytime there are anger issues so strong in a relationship, to where you got to beat the love into somebody, it's time to move on. Because there ain't no way I could see myself doing anything physically to hurt this woman.
Right.
Do you hear me? You go home and tell your husband this. Pastor said, any man that put his hand on a woman is a punk Negro.
Right.
And I promise you this, if I find out it's happening at ACSF, it's going to take a lot of deacons to hold me. Because I grew up with sisters. You hear me? I grew up with sisters to where I felt like I had to defend my sisters at all costs. If you can't, I don't care what she does. This is what my daddy told me. They didn't say it right by me. I have never done anything, but even thinking about it. My dad, you know, we got how they is, about 6'3", 6'4". Here I am, like in 7th or 8th grade. Little Ron something. He just walked up to me just all out the blue. He said, you know, he got that slow drawl when he talks. I've seen that. He just called me to him and he just said, hey. I'm like, yes, sir. He said, if you ever in a situation where your woman is putting her hands on you, he said, at most you better do is grab her and politely lay her on the ground, get up, and run. He said, because if I ever hear about you hitting a woman, I'm going to beat you myself.
Right.
I was like, well, Daddy, what is she? It don't matter. Now, that don't mean women y'all go off hitting on your men, because if he turn around and knock you out, you deserve it. Yeah, I didn't laugh at that. Because some of y'all think it's 3 licks. Think you get mad. You say, you up? But if I can move like, baby, what? If it gets to that point, it's time to go. God gave me something on that too, sir. I thought it was awesome what he said to me. God told me, he said, tell him this, he said, if you've ever physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually abused your mate, and now for some reason you can't turn them on, you can look at the fine print where it says, battery not included.
All right
Think about that. Y'all be sitting my phone? If you do, you better say it. Bye. If you ever physically abuse your mate, and you wonder why, they ain't turned on no more. Fine print says, battery not included. In other words, you can't beat the love into nobody.
Amen.
Some of y'all still ain't got it. Not Duracell, assault battery. You get up. And some of y'all, very nice. You didn't have that. But watch this. Seriously speaking, the relationships, Jesus did not get rid of the people that he knew were going to betray him, because he used those people as fuel. Because nobody helps you more than somebody that hurts you. That don't mean you just go off intentionally trying to hurt people. But when somebody hurts you, that's the time for you to really look back at yourself. Because this season that you're in right now, there are going to be some marriages that fail. I'm telling y'all this tonight. There are going to be some that fail. There are going to be some friendships that are going to be broken. But then there are going to be some that make it. And there are going to be some friendships gained out of the whole thing. Don't just think negatively all the time. Because sometimes when God has to move somebody out your life in order to put somebody else in there. Because some people, he don't want them attached to your blessing. Word to the wise. God said, somebody, you need to quit talking to your ex. They are ex for a reason. I don't know who that was for tonight. If you're married talking to them, something wrong with you. I don't care if y'all got kids together. We got conversations about the kids. That's it. We ain't got nothing else to talk about. I can say that because I've been there, done that. No book about it. Because if you having any conversation that your mate can't be in on,
All right.
you set yourself up to get caught.
Amen.
Because let the truth be told, I know a lot of people, a lot of churches will say, divorce, you can't get divorced, and God hates divorce, and they harp on you about how much God hates divorce. But God also hates you judging me, but you ain't God. It's the same thing. Sin, his eyes. Why are you looking at me? Because I'm like, God, this is what he said. He said, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Some of us just did it.
All right.
And it was blessed in the first place. And when you come out of God, I didn't create him for you. You praying me for that. I didn't put that together. I didn't put that together. This is what I made you right here. But ain't it beautiful how God can take your mess up and make it just golden? See, when you mess up and you make mistakes, when you go right to that mistake and you learn the lesson in that mistake, so you can know what to do and what not to do the next time. Brothers, let me cancel your glasses now. You ain't been hurt so bad to where you can't trust a woman. I'm just telling you, I've been hurt before. People, please. Girls, if y'all falling for that, I didn't come to my office for real. You see, his mama wasn't there, and his daddy wasn't there, and it's the reason he liked it. He setting you up to slap you. So when he do, well, that's all I seen growing up at the house. I'm sorry, that's not. I understand when daddy's out there, that is a problem. But then you can't lean on that crutch all your life. Mama wasn't there, right? That's the problem. But you can't, if God is with you, he done provided some people in that pathway. And one thing you got to stop doing is stop running away from the people that's telling you about yourself. We want everybody to be you, right? Oh, I don't understand. There's other people that's going to die and go to hell right with you. Y'all both going to be poor, broke, and lonely. Ladies, y'all better look out. There's a woman that's telling you right about everything. She's plotting on the man that you want. And before you know it, they together. What happened? Oh, what is that? It just happened. You mad and bitter all your life. But then when you realize, look, God did not create him for me. People get mad when and then you shouldn't do it from a moral standpoint, but people get mad when somebody that they know, from years ago, dating somebody they know. We got people that still get mad. Don't be laughing out loud. I ain't saying no names. Now realize it, you need to let it go. be happy, genuinely happy for somebody else.
Yes.
I'm talking about old folks. I ain't talking about the young folks. Really, you know what, that young people problem just like the old folks problem. And that's the same. We got the same problem, just handle them different. You got to be willing to let go of what God did not create you. That's just that. But you can't make her into a woman. I was all my brothers would say. You can't make her into a woman you want her to be. Because if you make her into a woman you want her to be, then she ain't going to be too good of a woman. You got to love her for who she is.
Yes.
That means accepting every flaw. Because the Bible says love covers a multitude of faults. Meaning ain't nobody perfect. Now, I gotta ask you a question. Who's going to start observing their relationships a lot more closely? Because the time that you spend in them is not even your time to give. Because if you're going to put somebody in your life, you got to keep you chasing them. Just to keep your mind from being focused on where you're supposed to be focused at. I'm like this, if I got to chase you, you don't want me.
Amen.
You don't chase me running that thing. You run and walk with me. You run together. You gotta know what you're going to invest in. There's some people here, and what I'm going to do too, when we start coming to marriage counseling too, I'm going to start involving some of our people that have been divorced in marriage counseling. Because people that are looking to get married need to know what it took to get them to that point. Because I don't care how cute they are, how much love you think you win when it hit the fan. You got to know for better or for worse. Ain't no but in that. If she never, ever, ever changed, can you deal with it the rest of your life? No. Because if they don't change, it only gets worse. I'm going to show you real quick how God is giving a lot of people another chance. If y'all ain't too married, if you've been married before, and divorced, now look around. And ain't one of them can tell you that God gave them when they first met. So the best thing for you to do is when God take them out your life, what you need to do? Let it go. Kick rock. Because you know what? God got something else better for you. Now, if you've been married before, you got your better half now. Okay, y'all can get and God has blessed you with your other, the one that He intended for you in the first place. Stand up. But that's all right. Now imagine if somebody was teaching you and showing you like this before you did it the first time, you probably would have never done it. You wouldn't spend that type of time in that relationship. Some of y'all relationships that you know God didn't put you together. You know it. But you're just hoping that somewhere down the line it changed. The whole time God is saying, I already told you. You wake up in the morning. And what did we say last week? This is what we got to stop doing. We got to stop looking at the finished product and falling in love with it, but rather fall in love with the process. Because when you fall in love with the process that it takes to get there, that's when it's really something. You get the best out of it. But if you hate the process, it's going to be over. I will quit. You might as well quit. Because it's a process from beginning to the end. I'm going to don't leave me hanging here. Amen, brother. It's a process. In any friendship process. Any relationship between parents and children process. Yes, it is. It's a process. And you hoping and praying that they get it. You know, but you can't walk out until they get it. Process. And one thing, you cannot go into the relationship expecting the world. You go into it being the giver that you are. And this is how you know, when especially if it's a couple thing, if you get married or whatever, this is how you know it's something that may work is when I'm doing all I can, but to me, I'm not doing enough. But to her, I'm outdoing myself. Yeah, I ain't doing enough. I'm beating myself up and she deserves better. But then she just walk around, oh my God, it can't get any better than this. Do you see how that works? But if I'm walking around saying, man, I'm doing too much, and she's saying he ain't doing enough, we're not going to ever meet. Anyway. Word to the wife, let me plug this real quick. I'm going to let y'all know this is a relationship. If you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, and you broke up, give yourself time. Give yourself some time, because ain't nothing worse than somebody that's jumping from one man to the next. Ain't nothing worse than a woman that done been with every dude that she done talked to. That is and a lot of y'all, I'm just young, having fun. No, you a hoe. That's what you are. Male or female. It is what it is. Y'all probably cute with it. But just when it being promiscuous becomes something good.
All right. All right.
If you're old, if you like, I'm just it ain't always about these young people. Because they learn their actions from somewhere. That's why this is Thursday. I got my Thursday night crowd that don't need no sugar coating. After I'm stupid, just say it. You stupid, just say it. Don't beat around the bush. Because some people, if you beat around the bush, they just don't, they'll use that to their advantage. Well, you didn't say that. I try to deserve your thing. But give yourself some time and reassess the situation. What went wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I change? And the worst thing you can do in any type of relationship when you have a disagreement with somebody is go at them by saying you. Because that's instant confrontation right there. Because you blaming me for stuff. Now I got to defend myself. I'm going to pull up some stuff you did. And when you start pulling that stuff up, you didn't forgive them in the first place.
All right.
It's too real for y'all. I'm saying I need to continue this tomorrow night too. My little game revival. You know, all my set. I got to show up. I say this is Sunday. No, I can't do that. Do that on Sunday. And they be like, But listen, you got to think about what you are investing in. I'm serious, you got to think. You can't make a person into something that they are. You can't make a relationship what it's not supposed to be. When you start pulling it and stretching it and pulling it and stretching, you know how clothes are when they're too small for somebody? They just look uncomfortable. If a shirt too small, can't get swollen in the chest. No, let your stomach out. Oh, Eric in your chest, you got that little rubber t-shirt on. Ladies, you know how it is when your shoes are too small. You ever seen some folks with them trying to wear the light heels and then they toenails scratching the floor? It don't look right. Now imagine what it looks like to God when you try to stretch a relationship that He's put in your life and you trying to make it what you want to make it. To Him, that's a deformed relationship. Something that looks crazy. It ain't supposed to look like that. I didn't create it for that. And that's why nothing but mess come out of it. Because if the seed it was planted on was messy, what's going to come out of it is mess. You got to reevaluate these relationships. Reevaluate them. You invested some time when you need to pull some of that time back. If that's not the direction that God has you in. And that's the first thing. See, I love my wife. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you, and I told her this. Love alone is not enough to keep your man at home. Because to a man, sex is just another notch under the belt. It means nothing to him. Understand what I'm saying? That's why it's done without conscience. With as many people, without conscience. But your love making is tied up in your emotions. And if your woman and your love making is not tied up in your emotions, you got a problem. Because no real man want a woman that acts worse than he do. You don't have more partners than him. Ooh. That's nasty. Listen, we go for women for a while because they are different. They are not like us. They don't think like us. That's why the opposites attract. Now, to a man, he can be in love with you and still cheat on you. Y'all don't even want to hear that. You can be his everything, and he'll still do it. Amen. I'm not excusing it. I'm just telling you the truth so you can get out the fantasy world. But the thing is if he loves you through God, he gonna stay faithful. Why? He ain't worried about losing you. He worried about what God's gonna do to him if he do that. Now I love you, I hate to lose it, but boy, God Because who knows better how to treat you than God? Who should he go to besides the one that created you? Lord, I'm messing up. I don't know what to think. And God will tell you, God, man, I'm telling you, God is, woo! He knows his people. Every time I'm like, Lord, I don't know what I need to say this because this ain't happening. And I'm getting frustrated. And God just says, go do this. Oh, sit down. Go do it. Okay. I know who love they do. And empty it. What you talking about? Why? Because you don't know something about when you looking for the answers about what's going on in your marriage, there ain't time to go talk to another woman about what your wife ain't doing. I'm going to get a moonwalk right there. And it goes both ways. It's not your job to look and see how she being treated at home or wonder why you ain't being treated that way. If you want to be treated that way, you should have married a man that didn't count up. Yeah? You can't take another man's ideas and go, he always doing this, or how come you don't do this for me? Because that ain't me. You know I was a thug when you met me. Ladies, you are beautifully and wonderfully made. Since the days of creation, everything done went good and went bad because of you. I mean that in a way to say that the power that you contain. The power that you obtain has messed up Eden all the way to the White House. Eve, Martha, you have to understand your word. Look at what Samson and Delilah. He turned his back on what God told him not to do because a woman was just there to come on, baby, kill him. And she was trying to kill him every time he told her. But he still kept there. Okay. How many times you gonna wake up with air on you like this? And then tomorrow, you be right next to the bed. Okay, you gonna do it again? She gonna be able to say, I was just seeing what you was gonna do. You are a queen. You have to understand your work. You don't let just any man in your territory. You don't let no woman in your territory. I don't know why. I'm happy. I'm married. I got to look out for women and men. I realize you look at it if you want to. You look, you better not touch it. You act like a man. I don't do that. I got sisters from Houston that roll up. Get off. Here I come. You gotta understand how beautiful you are. Ain't no man gonna respect you if you don't respect yourself. Amen. I'm for real. You want to know if the devil wants you or not? Keep legs up. Oh. Because if a man really, really wants you, he don't want to know more about you. He don't want to spend time with you. Now, granted, he gonna try everything he can. That ain't right. He gonna try, and it's gonna be tough. You may really like it. It's just something that dog and just roll with that. But as a young lady, I guarantee you, if there is a man that is after you, number one, he ain't gonna try to change your beliefs. Number two, he ain't gonna he gonna listen to what you have to say. He gonna learn what you like. And then when you find other things to do outside, physically touching and all this kind of stuff, if that's all he wants, give him about 3 weeks. We gone. And have fun and have y'all don't. But I ain't got nobody. You got Jesus.
That's all right.
You ain't gonna ever be happy. Because you are the one man that got Jesus before we got you. Because if he got Jesus before he got you, then you ain't gonna be able to talk him out of going about stuff. You ain't gonna be able to talk him into doing nothing that he don't want to do. And then when he do something he know he ain't supposed to do, that spirit of conviction gonna pass hell up. I got to tell you the truth. Relationships, do you research before you make any investment? Alright? We good? Mad? We are. Do we have any questions? Any questions, comments, or?